So this is the chunk of chaga that Rob pulled off the tree, and you see in one of our videos. Oh. This is a chunk of chaga that Rob took off the tree in our chaga video. I'll link that up in the corner, up here. It'll be up here in the video. Just click on that and you can watch him just taking it off the tree. That's where he took it off. I've actually used some of this and ground it up. And that's pretty much the whole chunk there. I already took some off, I ground it up. I will show you how we ground it up today, or how I do it anyway. So you need to find the sharpest knife that you can find in your house, or a little hacksaw. This one here, maybe it probably needs to be sharpened a little bit, but once you get it going, it just snaps right off. So it snaps off. All you're doing is making little pieces so that you can put them into your grinder. And I just use a cheap little grinder that I think, where did I get it from? I don't know, just a retail store, I guess. But so you just cut it up into small, tiny little pieces that you can grind. And like I said, you don't need anything fancy. I have two grinders. I use a fancier one for my coffee grinds because I find that very specific. It gives me you know, the right amount of coffee I need per cups that I put in. For something like this, don't need it. You just need to cut it. So nobody am I a chaga expert, and I know there are probably some tinctures and stuff that I can make with this. I'm gonna research what else I can make with it. I think it's a great additive to everything we do around here. It helps me. I get aches and pains in my hands and knees and stuff, and it really helps to lessen that. You know, the joints and such. That's what I use it for mostly. But it has a multitude of usefulness for health ailments. But always check with your doctor, of course. For me or anybody else who's using anything that you've never used before, check with your doctor. Make sure that it's helpful for you and it's not going to be a hindrance to your health. Okay, so I'm going to just pulse it. You can't really see too on the camera, but I'm going to keep pulsing it until it turns into a very fine powder. You can hear little chunks still in there, so. Let's see. And yeah, still a couple of chunks in there, but you know what? To take a couple out, it's maybe it's harder to see here in the light. It's better. Better idea, Sharon. Hello. Okay, let me just move you into the light. So you can see there's a couple chunks still in there, but it's a pretty good fine powder. So I'm going to pulse it again for just a little bit here and see what it does. I'm going to take the top off this thing, and yeah, it's pretty fine. It's actually a very, very fine. I don't even know what's popping in there because it's all very fine. As you can see, can you see? Yeah, it's a very fine powder. And then I just put it in a container, and it's good to go. That's how we make chaga around here. You can also, if you're not going to grind it up, I also take just some of the chunks, just some of these normal little chunks here, and I just boil them. Get some water, boil it with these inside it, and it turns a nice, it'll turn very, very dark. It'll turn dark like the color of the outside of the bark here. And boil it for, I don't know, 10-15 minutes. I don't think I do much more than that. Let it cool down, and then just put that liquid into a juice container or something. And you can store it in the fridge. And then you have that, which I either drink just like that, or I pour some of that into coffee. So I get my chaga just purely from chaga in already made coffee, or I'll drink it like a broth and just drink the actual chaga. Add a little bit of sugar or something if you want, because it really just has like a down-to-earth taste. It's hard to explain. This powder stuff I put in the grounds of the coffee when I'm percolating it. I put some right into the ground so that when the coffee percolates, it goes right in and gets the flavor in there. This stuff I'll throw in anything, just like any other spices. I'll put it in anything I'm making, and it just makes sure you get your chaga for the day. Chaga also can be dangerous, so you don't really want to use too much of it. I maybe will use it once a day in something, or maybe twice a day. I'll use it once in cooking in something, and then I'll use it in coffee in the morning. And it's good. It has a lot of benefits to it. A lot of benefits. A lot of health benefits, but it also can be detrimental to your health if you're not into, you know, using too many herbs and stuff. But that's our chaga. That's how we do it. And we saw a lot more chaga on the way in the forest there, on our way on walking the other day. So we'll be getting some more of this. It's great. So to boil it, as you can see, I only have a few chunks of chaga in there, and that's really all you need. And as it boils and all the goodness comes out of the chaga, I will show you after it starts boiling exactly what color it turns. You can see it's getting a little bit darker than it was last time. I'll keep coming back to show you the difference in the colors so you know when it's done. And it's getting a little bit darker. This light really makes it look like it's a lot lighter than it actually is. And as you can see now, we are boiling, and it's really turning a dark color. So I'm going to leave that to boil for about 10 minutes maybe, and I'll show you the finished product. So I'll show you the natural light. And I'm fogging up, that's a really good idea. Okay, so just off the stove, but you can see how dark it is. It's really dark. So that's fine. When that cools, I'll just put it in I like to use glass containers. And it will store in the fridge for probably a couple of months, but I don't think ours ever lasts that long. The chunks you use to boil this, you can keep them. You can use them for several other times. So don't throw them out. Keep it. Chaga is very, very good to use. Easy, cheap, if you can find it. And you buy it in the stores. A lot of times you can buy ground up chaga into different forms, and it's very expensive, very expensive. So this is your best route. If you can find some yourself, find a birch tree. It's birch, and some other trees have it too, but birch is the best. And like I said, I've ground up, you know, quarter of a bag here, and I still have a huge chunk left here, even after boiling it and grounding this up. I'll ground a little bit more up, split it between the two Homesteads that we're using, and there'll probably still be half of this chunk left over. So it goes a long way. It goes a long way, and it lasts. You ground it up like that, it'll last. Put it in a nice airtight container. I just have it in a bag right now. It'll last years. Years. For watching. Subscribe, like, share, hit that bell notification. You don't have to look for us if you hit the bell notification. It'll tell you when we have a new video coming up. And that's the best way for you to find us and anybody else. Anybody you like on YouTube, hit the bell notification. YouTube will tell you when the new video has been released. It's great. It's free. It's great. And by liking and subscribing, it really helps every channel. YouTube is run by analytics, and it runs everything that you do. If you don't have great statistics, then your channel is not going to be put out there by YouTube and shown to people that maybe don't know anything about you. So it helps us tremendously. Thank you, and have a wonderful day. It's like a little marble in there or something. Oh. I'm going to put you down because I can't hold you and get the lid off this thing at the same time. Oh, going for a ride. I think you're at the amusement park here. Okay. Oh, Lord. Okay. I think we got it around. So we're going to